Nathan Thomas. Nathan Thomas. We watched yesterday, and I think a clip of it got uploaded today to Hannah and Jake on YouTube. Is a flat earther that has been arrested for harassing children at school. Thank you, Fade CJTTV, for following. Nathaniel. Yes, he has been... I'll just play this real quick in case you missed it yesterday.
Flyers for you right here.
He's literally on the outskirts of a school with pamphlets. He's right at the gate, and he's screaming at children.
You. Come take a flyer.
The teachers, of course, ushered the students away and called the police. And then the police basically told him, you can't come up to a playground and bother children, guy. It's pretty simple. He did scream, "I love you," at the children, yes. True. And he also likes to use the word flat smacked a lot as a phrase. You think that that's a good way to explain that he is talking to people about the earth being flat? So let's see what else we got from him, shall we? Flat Earth, 30-year NASA employee. That poor NASA employee. Random invite says, also got roasted by literal school children. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What else we got? What else we got? Breaking news. Google Earth is not a globe. I beg to differ. I'm pretty sure I Google Earth. Let me launch Google Earth. You guys ever use Google Earth? It's pretty rad. Can we get some chuds? We will. Yeah, I know how Google Earth works.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Random invite. Oh, sorry, no. MSTK3 fan. Thank you for continuing your subscription. And thank you for saying you love it. I appreciate that. I'm not going tox. Sends a link. MGTOW philosophy. Yeah, we can watch that in a little bit. Anyway, this is... Oh, come on, just let me fucking take me to the Google Earth. So this is Google Earth. It's really rad. It's amazing that we live in a day and age where this is a tool where you can literally see the entire planet and zoom in anywhere and get, you know, an idea of what things look like. So let's zoom in. Let's go to around where I live. I'm not going to put in my address because I'm not going to dox myself, but let's look around-ish where I live, shall we? Google Images, or Google Earth does like 3D now too, which is quite cool. I don't know if you've seen this, but they like 3D model it now. It's very neat. You can actually see like, I don't know how their algorithm works, but they're not very high res, but like they do little 3D models of the houses. It's amazing. They basically just take the images and make them 3D. It's a little rough, but it's very, very cool shit. Anyway, so anyone who's like looking at Google Earth and saying that it's horse shit, I really don't understand how you think that, because it's like seamless. It's basically everywhere on the Earth. I think there are probably some like government areas where they're like blocked out, but other than that, you can look at the whole thing. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, back to his video. No, wait, where did it go? There we go. After this, we'll do some chud stuff. So many cool people live in Michigan. Should I move to Michigan? It is awful. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, John Doyle lives here. So, thank you if we are here for 100 bits. Gotta go for now. My phone is about to die. Loved the stream as always, Hannah. Bye, chat. Goodbye if we are here. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you enjoyed what you saw so far. The VOD will be up later if you'd like to check it out. I'm not going. Talk says, I swear I found the wildest guy. Oh, God. Okay, we can watch that later. Anyway, let's get to the flat Earth. He says, breaking news, Google Earth is not a globe. It is. He's got a NASA shirt that says lies.
So that's my little intro. What's up, guys? How we doing?
Oh, God. Here's the thing. I've had to mirror stuff before, but if you have a ton of text in your image, whether it be on your shirt or in the background here, it's incredibly annoying when you mirror something because all the text is backward and it's very distracting.
Shout out to nasalies.org for all the bling. nasalies.org. Go get your shirts there. For 90% of my flat Earth.
The sparkliness of that shirt would look really cool just on a regular NASA shirt.
Clothing comes from. So, how we doing, guys? This is gonna be a good video. This is new information to me. I didn't know anything about this. Google Earth is developed using software from the CIA, and
you're gonna need a source on that one, bud. Are you literally just talking about the fact that, like, the GPS system, I guess that's sort of like saying an ATM machine, GPS system, global positioning system. Are you saying just because it uses GPS? Because, yeah, all GPS was based around a government-funded technology.
It actually proves the Earth's not a globe. So we're going to get into that in 2 seconds. Thanks for watching. Share the video, like the video. If you got a minute, go add your friends real quick. If you know the Earth's flat, go add your friends real quick to the group.
Oh, good. I don't have to add my friends to the group then, because I know this is bullshit.
Over our flyers. We just got flyers made for the group.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
Super excited about these guys. Super excited.
Thank you, DeSurio, for following.
There, now maybe you can see me a little bit better. All right. So, flyers.
Oh my goodness, it's mirrored. We can't read it, you idiot. You can put things on the screen and post. You clearly have a PDF of this. Just take a screenshot or take the PDF and put it into a video editing program. Or is video editing part of the government conspiracy around the flat Earth? You'd be a more effective communicator if you knew what you were doing. Jesus Christ. Use Windows Movie Maker. Every fucking computer has it.
Making it rain. Water's always level. Airplane level flight. The science says Earth's stationary. These flyers are going to be huge, guys. I'm so excited about these flyers.
When is the last time... Let's put aside the fact that all the information on these flyers is horseshit. The idea that any flyer is going to be huge is so delusional. No one has ever had a flyer put on their car and gone, oh boy, I can't wait to learn something new today. Most of the time, it's some awful bullshit weird thing. It's either proselytizing for a church, or it's like, you should, or it's something like this, where it's like some crazy flat earth person. No one likes this. At very best, you'll get a thing that's like, we're having a pancake breakfast at the fire station. You can be like, fuck yeah, free pancakes. I want some pancakes with some fire people. Fuck yeah. This is not good. No one has ever been like, oh, guys, did you see this new flyer going around? It's amazing. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Proof number 4, the horizon always rises to eye level. Proof number 5, we see too far. Proof number 6, the dome is real. 7,
Like, how did he put this into his, like...
8 crepuscular rays.
I guess maybe I'm making a huge assumption and assuming he even has an editing program. But typically, if you're doing anything on YouTube, you would put your video into the editing program. Wouldn't you look at this and go, this is not visually appealing, everything's backwards?
9, gravity's magic. 10, boats don't disappear behind a...
Take 2, maybe? No? Continue? Alright. This is just the minimum effort. Just gonna film it and upload it. No second takes.
Cat-like reflexes, guys. Boats don't disappear behind a curve. So...
They do.
Flyers are coming in, then we got on the other side of the flyer... all this goodness right here. So... that's going to be the front page of the flyer.
There's
right
nothing
there.
funny about the tools of capitalism.
Then they got all this NASA.
Daddy Sume says, I'm always excited to get chick tracks. I have people in my city who put them up all over public transit. That's true.
So
That's a very particular kind of person who likes getting a chick track, though.
.org for the shirt, man. These are super blingy. Like you take this jacket off.
It's a little gaudy, but if they had a NASA shirt like that, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably get it.
Over there. So definitely worth checking out. Hi, Christy's in the group. Hi, Christy. All right, Christy, you're going to learn something today. I promise you. We haven't talked about this yet.
The anniversary of sliced bread was yesterday. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Chapter 20 of Flat Earth Bible here, guys. The Greatest Lie on Earth, Proof Our World is Not a Moving Globe by Edward Hendry. Make sure you get this book for sure. It's been updated. The first version only had 27 chapters. This one has 37 chapters. This was not included in the original book. So when I first read this book 2 or 3 years ago, none of this information was in there. This is all new to me. So hopefully it'll be new to you. I mean, being the founder of this group, like I see everything pretty much. It all comes across my desk, my iPhone. But this was new. And so I wanted to touch on this. Pretty interesting stuff we're going to get into. 1 second.
What's editing? Jesus Christ.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Was it a live stream?
All right, here we go.
Because I don't see the
NASA
chat
is
thing over
joined
here.
In its concealment of the flat Earth by
If it was a
private
live
corporations.
stream, you'd still think you'd have the
Indeed,
ability to
governments of the world
unmirror it.
regularly fund technology that is provided to private corporations, which then they use in partnership with governments to deceive the public in many areas, including but not limited to the deception that the Earth is a spinning globe. Sometimes this funding is done secretly through black budget by government intelligence agencies.
Again, I ask as always when we talk about flat Earth, why? What would the purpose of this be? There would be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in on this conspiracy to make it work. Every scientist who deals with, like, everything from the weather to migratory patterns of animals. It would have to involve every airline pilot, everyone who deals with, like, bridges or any sort of construction over long distances, because you do have to account for curvature over certain distances. It would have to involve every world leader, everyone in, like, the military that, like, makes decisions. It would have to involve every single world leader, all of them, including people like Kim Jong-un. They'd have to be on the same page as, like, Trump and Trudeau and everyone else. It makes no sense that not a single person would whistleblow on this. And even if they did, what would the purpose be? To make people believe the Earth is a globe, okay? That doesn't affect my everyday life at all. It's interesting to learn about space and space travel and the things that humanity's been able to do. But it changes nothing about who I am as a person or how I go about my life. If tomorrow it was discovered, oh, it's a lie, the Earth has been flat this whole time, one, I'd be shocked, because that would be insane. But also I'd be like, okay. And I'd move the fuck on, because the shape of the Earth has no bearing on anyone's life except for, like, again, pilots, people who actually need to know the shape of the Earth for navigation. Like, what would the purpose be?
Agencies. sometimes the government funding becomes public knowledge. And that usually happens when the deception is not seen as a deception because the technology is funded.
Maya is bored says, speaking of Chick Tracks, the subject was brought up in a Facebook group I'm in, and someone mentioned you and Jake, and I jumped in and recommended your Twitch, so hopefully you got some new viewers, because the people in that group are pretty awesome. Thank you very much. Anytime you share my channel with other people, it helps the Twitch channel grow, and it helps, hopefully, continuing to do this into the future. I've had a lot of fun these last, 2 months doing this with you guys. It's been a ton of fun. I'm already up to, I think, 1,600 something followers, which is pretty nice. Let me see. Yeah, 1,623 followers. Damn. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys get some sort of entertainment out of spending time with me, because I really enjoy spending this time with you guys. I do love you guys. That is true.
To achieve some purportedly altruistic motive. For example,
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
pay attention.
Hill
Google does
Wanderer,
not hide the
thank you
official
for
government
following.
Sources like the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, the NGA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the NOAA, and the U.S. Navy for the Google Earth data. What Google is not keen for the public to know is that Google Earth itself is software that is based upon technology that was developed through strategic funding from the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency.
I'd imagine what you're talking about is some sort of satellite spying technology involving taking pictures from space, which would make sense for an intelligence organization to develop some of that technology. And then, as happens with basically all government inventions, those innovations trickle down to consumer-grade technology. You saw this with GPS. You saw this with things like duct tape, which was invented, I think, by NASA because they needed it for stuff on the space station, space blankets. All kinds of different technologies come from government agencies building them out of necessity. That doesn't mean it's a conspiracy to use duct tape because the government invented it, right?
AKA the CIA. Okay? So, Tony Hilly, executive director for the CIA Museum, told Leanna Garfield from Tech Insider that the initial version of Google Earth was actually based upon the CIA developed software called Earth Viewer.
So yes, he's basically saying because the CIA developed this software that was probably used at some point to take satellite images of areas, and it has now made its way into the consumer market for things like Google Earth and Google Maps and whatever. Because of that, it's a conspiracy. That's absurd. It's like saying the GPS, your fucking Garmin in your car, or Google Maps or Apple Maps is a conspiracy because it's based on technology from the government. Not everything's a conspiracy. There are conspiracies. This is not one of them.
The CIA runs its own venture capital firm called InQtel that it uses to invest in all kinds of Silicon Valley startups, including what would eventually become Google Earth.
Which makes sense because the government, wants to take advantage of technologies developed by these people. For instance, despite the fact that people in the CIA may have helped invent this technology via their engineers and stuff, once you bring this out into the market and you give it to Google, let's say, I guarantee Google engineers have improved upon the systems built up by the CIA because they have some of the brightest minds in tech development these days. That's what they do. The government wants to improve this equipment, therefore they license it to companies like Google, allow them to fiddle around with it, and then they benefit from the improvements made to it as well.
What's up, Esteban? Good to see you, bro. Esteban's one of my Patreon members. Dude, I love you for your support, but also you're awesome, man. You're one of my favorite flat earthers. In San Francisco, if you don't know Esteban Anillo, make sure you add him. Good to see you, bro. All right, guys. So EarthView was developed through a strategic investment in 2003 from the CIA-funded venture capital firm InQtel in a company called Keyhole Incorporated. Keyhole was a pioneer of interactive 3D Earth visualization and creator of the groundbreaking...
Why did he air quotes? That's what they are. They're a pioneer of satellite imaging of the Earth. Why is that in air quotes? Does he not know what air quotes are for?
Rich mapping Earth viewer 3D systems. CIA worked closely...
Oh no, J.K. Rowling's now spouting Nazi talking points. Let's take a look. Oh, it won't load. Did she delete it? That's a shame.
With other intelligence community organizations to tailor Keyhole's system to meet their needs. Google then purchased Keyhole in 2004 and used its technology...
Well, the link doesn't work for me. I'll try it again, I guess. No, doesn't work. I've been blocked from performing this action, it says. I don't know why. Am I blocked from that person, maybe? I have no idea. Either way, I can't see it.
Technology to bring about Google Earth. Do your research, guys.
Maybe JK blocked you? It's possible. No, I'm not blocked from JK. So I don't know. Oh, shit.
The National Oceanic and... So, Tony Hilly, executive director for the CIA Museum, told Not a Moving Globe by Edward Provided to private corporations, which then they use in partnership with governments to deceive the public in many areas, including but not limited to the deception that the Earth is a spinning
Oh my
globe.
God.
Sometimes
Is
this
that
funding
real?
is done secretly through black
That
budget
can't be
by government
real.
intelligence
That's
agencies.
literally white
Sometimes the
nationalist
government
talking
funding becomes
points.
public knowledge, and that usually happens when the deception is not...
Hold on. Let me look at JK's Twitter, because I cannot leave that unfact checked. I'm not seeing it so far. Which is good, because that would be... Wait. We must... Yeah, no. Someone made that screenshot up. That's not real. It's funny, but I want to be clear, you know. I don't want to give you guys a false impression that she said something she did not. Anyway.
Seen as a deception because the technology is funded to achieve some...
It's from a parody account. Yeah, gotcha.
...purportedly altruistic motive. For example, pay attention. Google does not hide the official government sources like the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, the NGA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the NOAA, and the U.S. Navy for the Google Earth data.
Yeah, why would they hide that? It's a thing. The tech industry works with the government all the time.
Google is not keen for the public to know is that Google Earth itself is software that is based upon technology that was developed through...
Okay, but, like, it's in this book, so clearly it's public information, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to source it.
...strategic funding from the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, a.k.a. the CIA. Okay? So, Tony Hilly, executive director for the CIA Museum, told Leanna Garfield from Tech Insider that the initial version of Google Earth was actually based upon the CIA developed software called Earth Viewer.
Okay, and?
CIA runs its own venture capital firm called InQtel that it uses to invest in all kinds of Silicon Valley startups, including what would eventually become Google Earth. What's up, Esteban? Good to see you, bro. Esteban's one of my Patreon members. Dude, I love you for your support, but also you're awesome, man. You're one of my favorite flat earthers. In San Francisco, if you don't know Esteban Anillo, make sure you add him. Good to see you, bro. All right, guys. So EarthView was developed through a strategic investment in 2003 from the CIA-funded venture capital firm InQtel in a company called Keyhole Incorporated. Keyhole was a pioneer of interactive 3D Earth visualization and creator of the groundbreaking rich mapping Earth Viewer 3D systems. CIA...
I was talking briefly to Sarah on Twitter because she posted a pic of herself, some pics of herself in her bathing suit, and it's a cute bathing suit, by the way. But she was getting so many fucking thirst posters. It was insane. I feel bad. To be honest, though, if I get into shape, I'm gonna post some bikini pictures, and that shit's gonna be hot as fuck.
Worked closely with other intelligence community organizations to tailor Keyhole system to meet their needs. Google then purchased Keyhole in 2004 and used its technology to bring about Google Earth. Do your research, guys.
Okay, but, like, it's not secret that Google Earth is developed using technology that may have originated via the CIA. That's fine. That's not even surprising. Who cares? Rariolu2, thank you for following. And you say you don't want us to simp. Hey. Simpin' is simpin'. I just feel that I need to earn the simpin', you know?
Let's keep going. So we're going to debunk Google Earth using Google Earth in a minute. So it's going to get good. Billy Matthews, good to see you in here. Billy's the moderator for the group. All the mods and admins, dude, you guys do it.
Thank you, Baja.
Love you guys. So here we go. This is a good paragraph right here. Pay attention. Google Earth is a tool of propaganda designed to conceal the flat Earth. Proof of that fact can easily be determined by anyone. Take any facing point on any physical sphere and rotate the sphere 360 degrees across, and you will return the sphere to its original orientation.
Okay, is he gonna talk about the fact that it's, like, not exactly 360 degrees? Well, it's a model, friendo. It's a model. They've taken pictures, and then they've wrapped those pictures around a model of the globe.
With the starting point
There's nothing funny
facing
about the tools
you.
of capitalism.
But when you take
Arenas3 says, hey, long time no see, y'all, like a week, but this is the internet. How's it been? I've moved out of my parents' house, hopefully for good this time. Also, it was a cute bathing suit. It was. Well, I'm glad you're back, Arenas3. Welcome to the stream.
any facing point on
I'm
Google
glad
Earth
you're
and
able
then
to
rotate the
be out on your own.
rotate
That's
the graphic
awesome.
of Earth in the Google Earth Pro software 360 degrees from east to west or west to east, you will find that you have not returned to your starting point. You will need to continue turning the graphic an extra 90 degrees or so to get back to your starting point. Whoo, here we go. Gonna have to read that one to you guys again just to make sure you get it, because that one's big. This is my stepdad. When I first told him about flat Earth, guys, one, they looked at me like I killed someone. They thought, just how could you ever be telling me the Earth's flat?
Oh God. Google Earth. I don't even know how you would go about determining if you're spinning it by a certain number of degrees. I don't use Google Earth enough to know if there's a tool that allows you to do that specifically. Because if there isn't, then I have a feeling that whoever decided that and measured it is probably wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think there's a way to there's like latitude and longitude, but that's about it. So I don't know. Anyway.
Right? And then my dad said, well, what about Google Earth, Nathan? You know, that fluoride stare that we all get? Dean Odell, good to see you, bro. If you guys don't follow Dean Odell, make sure you go subscribe to him on YouTube. I love you, bro. I'll see you at Matt Long's wedding. I heard you're gonna marry him. I'm allegedly like hosting the wedding, or I'm gonna be the MC or something. So super excited about that. I'm gonna read this paragraph for you, Dean. Don't leave yet. This paragraph's good. This is how we debunk Google Earth using Google Earth, okay? Google Earth is a tool of propaganda designed to conceal the flat Earth. Proof of that fact can easily be determined by anyone. Take any facing point on a physical sphere and rotate the sphere 360 degrees across, and you will return the sphere to its original orientation.
On a perfect sphere, but the Earth is not a perfect sphere, it's an oblate spheroid, and it has a bulge at the equator, So it's going to vary somewhat depending on where you are because the Earth spins on an axial tilt. So if you put the Earth up exactly straight as you would consider it from a map, it's going to vary somewhat because, for one thing, elevation is a thing, and that's going to be taken into consideration in terms of surface area. But on top of that, you also have the bulge at the equator due to centripetal force.
With the starting point facing you. But when you take any facing point on Google Earth and then rotate the graphic of Earth in the Google Earth Pro software 360 degrees from east to west or west to east, Dean Odell's my hero too, you will find that you have not returned to your starting point, guys. So if you rotate Google Earth 360 degrees, you will find that you do not
Okay, but like, in what way are you doing that? Let me see if I can find anything on this. Google Earth 360 degree? I don't know what that... No, that's not helpful. There's also, it's a feature called 360 degrees that you can use with VR, so you can look around like Street View stuff, which makes it hard to find things in terms of degrees. Yikes.
You will need to continue turning the graphic an extra 90 degrees or so to get back to your original starting point. Mike Hemlick argues that this phenomenon described above is caused by the fact that Google Earth is 3D globe being depicted on a 2D screen. He claims that it is therefore impossible to spin Google Earth image precisely 360 degrees on the surface. Hemlick points seem to have merit. So the problem is with Hemlick's argument is that the phenomenon becomes even more pronounced as the Google Earth image is expanded. Indeed, anyone will find that when the Google Earth image is enlarged, he must turn the Google Earth image another 180 degrees to get...
Okay, so I'm assuming this guy's just completely misunderstanding what he's doing then. Like, on what is he basing the fact that it is, like, a degree? How is he making sure he's spinning exactly 360 degrees? The fact that this changes based on how far he's zooming in is telling me that he's completely mismeasuring this. Because even if it was incorrect, it wouldn't be incorrect in different ways, right?
Back to his starting point. If what Hemlick is saying is
I did
true,
talk about Blair already, yes, that was the first thing we talked about. But there'll be a VOD and highlights of this later on, and each segment will be its own highlight, so...
His explanation would explain the phenomenon no matter how large the image is on Google Earth. But his explanation does not account for the full 180-degree error in rotation on the enlarged Google Earth image. In the end, what this means is that Google Earth is not a true depiction of a spherical Earth. Rather, it is software that is depicting a flat Earth.
Is his big reveal that Google Earth is not the literal Earth, but it is in fact a model of the Earth? Because, yeah, that's what it is. It's a 3D model of the Earth.
To look spherical by using computer algorithms. Boom. Eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat.
Does this guy have a job? Is this his job? He only has 13,000 subscribers, so it can't be, right?
That is beautifully laid out, Edward Hendry. I hope you see this video. I'm probably going to download this video and upload it to my YouTube. Furthermore, Hemlick's argument cannot explain the strange phenomena when the Google Earth Pro software image is rotated clockwise or counterclockwise 360 degrees. Doing that demonstrates that the Earth is not a true and accurate depiction of a globular Earth. When one rotates Google Earth image 360 degrees clockwise, the image of the continent that is facing the viewer when starting the rotation of the Google Earth image will flip to the other side of the sphere when the 360-degree clockwise turn is completed. That would not happen if Google Earth were an accurate depiction of a truly spherical Earth. If the Earth were truly a sphere and Google Earth was an accurate depiction of that sphere, the continent facing the viewer at the end of the clockwise turn would be in view at precisely the same orientation as when the 360-degree turn began. Sweet music to my ears. Can you hear it? Can you hear all that flat earth music coming out of this book? Singing to my ears.
I don't even like when people are super smug and they're right. But when people are so smug and they're just, like, abjectly fucking wrong, it gets under my skin like none other. Which is why I can be sarcastic and a bit of an asshole sometimes. But I'd like to think when I, like, even debunk people like this, I'm trying to be humble in the sense that I don't think it's helpful to be like, boom, I just fucking destroyed this flat. Like, I don't care. I'm having a discussion about this topic. This person happens to be wrong. They're wrong in a lot of ways, but I'm not going to be like, globe smacked. It's not helpful. It's not making the discussion more productive.
So, that's what I wanted to share with you guys for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please share the video.
I did not.
If you don't follow me on YouTube, please go follow me on YouTube. It's Nathan Thompson. My Instagram is The Globe is Flat. And tune in for more videos. I'm going to be doing these pretty much every single day.
Hello, spork of
loads
death.
Of information in this book. Edward, I appreciate you putting this out there. It's free under files in the group. So if you want any of the information in this book, you just go to files in the group. And click The Greatest Lie on Earth by Edward Hendry. And before I get off, I have to remind you guys, please go add all your friends.
His Patreon has 8 people. He makes $100 a month according to the website, so he better have another job.
It's a revolutionary
I'm surprised
app.
his employer
Just go
hasn't
add
seen
friends
this.
And start clicking on heads. Boop, 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 boop. You can lead someone to flat water, but you can't make them think. So, and I always say you can never lose real friends over the shape of the earth. If they don't want to be your friend because you're interested in investigating the shape of the earth, they were not a real friend to begin with. Not at all. So, and I'm all about losing fake friends. Ain't nobody on flat earth need fake friends.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, Jake and I are friends. Sarah and I are friends. Alex and I are friends. But if any of them had a belief that was so out there as flat earth, like, not just that the earth is flat, but they believe almost everything is a conspiracy in service of that lie, it would affect the friendship. Because it's a level of self-delusion that intrudes on every moment of that person's life, and it colors their worldview to such an extent that it makes interactions with them difficult. Because how can you have a conversation with a friend who believes that the entire world is hiding some fundamental truth like that? It would become impossible. So, I don't know. Let's take a look at his Patreon real quick. Nathan Thompson, $5 a month. This tier you can say, I'm a Patreon, and stay connected with my monthly newsletter because I'm always blocked on Facebook. Newsletter will include what's going on with the official group and the Flat Earth community, exciting research, literature I've come across, upcoming events, etc. Thank you for your support. $20 a month. You get the newsletter, bragging rights, and my personal phone number for questions, comments, and concerns. What's this top level? $100 a month. I call this the God is Good tier because if anyone joins, I'll thank God. Oh, what a great reward for the donator. You'll thank God. I'm only allowing this to 10 people. You get the newsletter, bragging rights, and my personal phone number for questions, comments, concerns, and these people will qualify for a pre-approved for posts in the official Flat Earth discussion group as long as I can make sure you're not a troll, and 2 times the monthly flyers mailed to the previous tier. I'll work with you on the brain training that I do if that's something you're interested in. Ugh. No, thank you. And if you want to help moderate the group, we can talk. Some of you are not tithing. This is a great opportunity to start. One love. Oh, boy. It's like he's a grifter, but he's not very good at it. Hold on, Daddy Sume posted something the auto moderator held. I want to stop being... Yeah, allow. Anyway, that's it for this dude for today. That's enough of him. But he's an interesting guy. And he's certainly a flat earther that I want to cover in the future.